Hello all. Welcome back to Commerce Masters. For last few days we were discussing on the security market price movements and security. In the last class we discussed the security market theories, and I have given you an introduction to security market theories. And the four theories we have already mentioned in the last class. And the first theory was Dow theory. We are going to present the Dow theory first, because Dow theory was one of the first and classical theories on security market price movements, security share price movements and all. So Dow theory is going to be presented first. The term Dow was actually the theory was actually named after the propounder of this theory. He is Charles H. Dow. He was the founder of the Dow Jones Financial News Services first, and the founder of the first editor of the Wall Street Journal. He was the first editor of the Wall Street Journal, and Charles Dow is considered the founder of the technical analysis. Yesterday I told you that Dow theory is one of the major technical analysis, major theory of the technical analysis, because he created the first stock market index, Dow Jones Industrial Average. And I have explained to you what is Dow Jones Industrial Average and about it when we discussed on stock market indexes. Okay, so the Charles Dow was the first founder of the he was the founder of the stock market index, and his index was named after him, and it was known as Dow Jones Industrial Average. Okay, Charles Dow formulated a hypothesis that stock market does not perform on a random basis, but it is influenced by three distinctive cyclical trends which guide the general direction. You got the meaning? According to Charles Dow, the security price movements, security price or stock market does not perform any random basis. The movement of the share price is not on a random basis. Yesterday we discussed that we have another theory, that is random walk theory. According to random walk theory, the prices are not on the basis of the past movements, but the information makes the prices move in either direction. So, but Dow is against it. According to Charles Dow, security price movements are not on the basis. They are not on random basis, but it has some reasons to move. And he say that the price of the security influenced by three distinctive cyclical trends which guide its general direction. So the cyclical trend to be learned. These are the three affiliated trends in the market. These are the cyclical trends according to Charles Dow. He says that there are three trends for a security price. The first trend is primary trend, and second trend is secondary trend, and the last is minor trend. Okay, from the graph or chart given below, you can very clearly see that the security price of the price of the security is moving, or starting from here. This is the 0 point, this is the y-axis of the security, y of the security price, and the time, and this is the price of the security, and in the y-axis you can see the price of the security, and the x-axis you can see the time of that is, it may be in year, it may be in month, or it may be in day, like that. So time and price of the security is plotted in this chart. As we have already learned that in the technical analysis, I have showed you different types of charts and trends and all. So according to that charts and trends, we are showing this y-axis. In the y-axis we show that the price of the security movements, and in the x-axis we show that the date and year, or the time is shown in the x-axis. From this chart you can see that the prices of the security is moving from this from here to it is moving moving here. It is moved here. So for example, in 2000 it was here the price of the security was here. It may be, for example, some 1,000 rupees, and from 1,000 rupee it is moved down for during a long period of time. That is, for example, after 10 years the security prices have moved from 1,000 to 500, like this. So the long term, if you are taking the long term, the price of the security has a bearish trend, and it has gone down from 1,000 to 500, like this. So the graph, the arrow, you can see the arrow, it is coming down. So the primary trend, if you see, the primary trend of the security is a bearish trend. The primary trend of the security is bearish, and the secondary trend you can see in between. If you are taking some days out of this long duration, if you are taking a long period, you can see the primary trend for years. It may be for years, for 5 years or 6 years, like that. And if you are taking plucking some 3 months or 2 months out of these 3 years or 4 years, you can see some trends like this. So in the secondary trend, you can see the security is going down as a whole, but in between the prices is coming up, like this. You can see, price was here during this period, and it is going up like this, and again it goes somewhat slight, and it goes down again. You can see some up. So if you're taking some 3 months 2 months out of a long period, or plucking out from a long period, some 3 months or 2 months, you can see some trends. For 3 months you can see some trends that may be upward, that may be down, but you can see some another trend. It may not be according to along with the primary trend, it may be in the opposite direction of the primary trend. Okay, but as a whole, if you are taking for a long period, you can see the trend is down or trend is up. Okay, again the minor trend, you can see if you are taking some 2 week or 3 week, or at least some days, some 10 days or 11 days or 12 days, like that. If you are plucking out of these 3 months, you can see some small trends, you can see. Okay, this may be down or this may be up, but you can see some small trends. So in the long run, you can see one primary trend, and in the secondary period, like 3 months and like that, you can see some other trends, like here. If you are taking a very short period, like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 10 days or like that, you can see another trend. It is just like a wave, and this tide, wave, and ripples. The wave is the whole. The whole water may be coming up like that. Out of the water, you can see some waves, like big waves, small waves, like that you can see. And in the waves, in the leveled water also, you can see some ripples. Okay, വേലിയേറ്റം, അതുപോലെ വേവുകൾ, തിരമാലകൾ, അതുപോലെ നമ്മൾ പറയൂലേ ഈ ഓളങ്ങൾ, അതുപോലെയാണ്. വളരെ ലോങ് ടേം ആയിട്ടുള്ളതാണ് പ്രൈമറി ട്രെൻഡ്. ആൻഡ് ഇഫ് യു ആർ ടേക്കിംഗ് സം 3 months or 2 months ഔട്ട് ഓഫ് ദിസ് ലോങ് ടേം പീരിയഡ്, യു ക്യാൻ സീ സം സെക്കൻഡറി. അതാണ് നമ്മൾ വേവ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. പിന്നെ ആ വേവിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് നിന്ന് നമ്മൾ, ഇഫ് യു ആർ ടേക്കിംഗ് സം 10 days or 12 days, or for example for a long period of 3 weeks, for example, യു ക്യാൻ സീ നമുക്ക് അവിടെ ചില ഓളങ്ങൾ കാണാം. അതാണ് റിപ്പിൾസ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഈ വേലിയേറ്റം, വേവ്, റിപ്പിൾസ് പോലെ according to this theory, you can see some primary trend for a long period, and a secondary trend for a average of 3 months, and minor trend for a period of some days or some 2 weeks and all. So these are the 3 affiliated trends. So according to Dow, the security market, you can see some trends like this. Okay, so primary trend, from the primary trend, you can see the primary trend is a long-term trend of a year or more, reflecting the basic mood of the market, showing the upward or downward movement. It is overall direction of the market, and is the longest lasting trend. Primary trend are also called as the major trend in the stock market, and include bearish and bullish trend, as I have already explained to you. And the second trend also been explained to you. This is the secondary trend, is the collective movement that represent the correction of the primary trend. And what is the correction movement and what is the opposite direction, I have already discussed it to you. It was like correction trend. In the last class, I explained to you what is correction trend. And if the price movement in the opposite direction of the primary trend and over a shorter period of time, it is also called the intermediate trend or the correction trend. And the minor trend, as I explained to you, it is like just like ripples in the waves. The minor trends of the market are the narrow movements of the fluctuations which occur from day to day. It results from the day-to-day imbalance of the supply and demand. In short, it is the trend of the daily price movements. It is also called as fluctuations of random vehicles. Like you just remember the tide, wave, and ripples. Okay, that's all. Thank you for today.